is going on? Studio 10-4 live. JT and back in the studio here with you, and I'm back in Folsom, California, after a little trip up to the Pacific Northwest. I was up there earlier this week doing a little recon work for something that I got coming up, and I'm going to tell you all about that in a minute. I'm actually trying to do something right now, and if I can get it done, we're going to do our own simulcast here. Flip the camera. There we go. Let's see what we look like. Cool. There it is. So let's see if this thing will just go live on me. Checking connection. It says it is. It says it is. Hey, we're live. So, hey to all you guys down there on Instagram and all you guys up here on YouTube and over on Facebook, of course. Welcome to Studio 10-4 Live. John Testa in the studio with you today on a Thursday. I know it's kind of a weird day for me to be going live with you guys today, but we're here and glad to be back. So I am going to get Wayne Schooling back into the studio. We got that follow-up I promised you guys this week. We're not going to get it this week. We'll get it next week, and that'll be, again, on the clarifications of AB5. You know, we're not a big political infomercial, tell you all about the nuts and bolts kind of stuff on trucking. We're kind of the fun guys, the cool guys. We're the back row truckers, man. We like to hang out in the shade, be cool, and watch the traffic go by and have everybody looking at us because we're kind of cool, right? So that's us. But I wanted to be sure and let you guys know that we do occasionally have these featured little stories like this, and this is a big deal, especially if you're in California. Even you guys that aren't, even you guys that are, coming in from all over the country into California, there's going to be an effect to you as well. So thanks to everybody who's tuned in, and both on Instagram and over here on of course, our usual channels. So want to talk, of course, about Truckin For Kids. And if you guys are on Instagram right now and you want to catch the visuals that I'm going to be sharing with all the audience on the main show screen up here in front of us, go over to Facebook, over to our 10-4 Magazine Facebook page, or you can follow on YouTube, and you'll get all the visuals. So just a quick promo that I want to share with you guys that's happening. And where to go? There it is. We'll bring it on over here this weekend, Labor Day weekend. Happy Labor Day weekend, everybody, by the way. We're going to be letting you know about the No Coast Truck Show, and this is brought to you by the folks over at Lifetime Nut Covers. And great story on why it's called the No Coast. There's the West Coast, the East Coast. Everybody's got their place that they come from, and that they all show the signs. Hell, I can't do them. So whatever they are, anyways, you know what I'm talking about, right? These guys decided, let's have a No Coast show, and that way there's no one way or the other. It's just all about individuals who show up and make it for a great time, and that's this weekend. New location, apparently, Heritage Park, Forest City, Iowa, and that is, again, the No Coast Large Cars Truck Show, and that's going to be all weekend long over in Iowa. Go check it out over on our Facebook page. You guys know that any of the events that we feature on the show. Also, wait a minute. Let me back up. Couple of things, and this will tie us into the Truckin For Kids, which is coming up September 11th. The folks over at Lifetime donated some great stuff for our silent auction, and two different things that they donated. They donated polished billet hub covers, and if you guys know what I'm talking about, the grease covers for your steer axles. These are the polished ones, so nice, bright, polished aluminum. And I know there's some of us like that. That's our cool feature. Others, they put a hubcap over that and they don't care. But for you guys that run those out there in the open and like them, these are polished. Pretty damn expensive set of covers. So be sure and get you an auction bid in on that if you're at the show. And then also fuel cap covers for the silent auction also. And I'll be talking more about the silent auction stuff here in a minute, because there's a bunch of it to talk about. A lot of sponsors, a lot of people giving and making things happen with Truckin For Kids. So you guys here on Instagram, I'm going to give you a few more minutes to get on over to the other side and check us out on Facebook or YouTube. You pick 10-4 Magazine, Truckin For Kids. You can find us on either of those on Facebook, or you can find us on our YouTube channel, whichever way you want to go. So be sure and go to one of those guys and watch the rest of the show. Incidentally, we do this every Wednesday, 5 p.m. typically. Yesterday was an off day for me, so and I'm talking to the guys down here. They're on my phone. They're kind of just looking right up at us, guys. But you guys down here on Instagram, come on over and join us and check us out over there on Facebook and see what's happening with the rest of the cats. So I'm going to let you all go on Instagram. Thanks for tuning in. You guys be sure and get pre-registered if you're a trucker and you want to be at the show at Truckin For Kids. You Instagram guys, get over there. Pre-registration shuts down on Monday. So that means bonus buckets, the better pricing, the being ahead of the class and getting in there on time and doing what we've been asking people to do is pre-register, man. That's the big deal. We want everybody to get pre-registered. So check it out. I'm going to let you guys on Instagram go for now. We'll check you guys out another time soon. Take care. John with Studio 10-4 Live saying so long. All right. So that was kind of a different deal. Wanted to give those folks over there a chance. Give them a shot at what we do over here every week on the Studio 10-4 Live weekly update. Incidentally, speaking about that, I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but I was featured on a show a couple weeks ago, TNC, that's Thomas Nancy Charles Radio, TNC Radio.live. Check those guys out. They're a company that's putting together a really nice, podcast, vodcast, digital cast, so you can check them out anytime, anywhere, from anywhere on any device. Live stream trucking network, and I like the guys over there. They've got some good people in place. We're going to start being shared over there on their network, so we hope we pick up a whole bunch of new folks that we haven't found yet or haven't met yet. And our show was all about Truckin For Kids, where it came from and where it's at and where it's going. We hope you guys will check that out sometime. Those are all reviewable at any time, just the same as our podcasts, as they are officially really called in the techno world, because we have video. We're not just a podcast, we're a video oddcast. So there we go. That's how it works. But check them out, tncradio.live. The idea will be they'll do a replay of every Wednesday's show on Thursday evening sometime, but you might find a bunch of other fun stuff over there that you guys would like and enjoy and check out. And we'd love it if you'd help support them over there, our friends at tncradio.live. So give them a shot, check them out. And of course, at any time, if you're saying, God, I forgot that, how can I find that? After the show is over, it posts and it's up for good. You guys can go through and review it, any of the information that you want in there. Plus, what I'll do is I can put it up live. Hey, I got a bunch of comments and people that have joined in, and I haven't even had a chance to say hi. Hello, my beautiful sister. Sherry is in the studio. Hi, Sherry. Good to have you on the show. Jeff Patello, what's going on, buddy? Kyle Nelson. Hey, here's something else. Weird request, but I'm a tech guy. I'm going to ask you. Miss Shannon in the studio as well. Gosh, everybody, man, all you guys, Pete, Michael, Casey, what's going on? I'm the guy behind the scenes, like the Wizard of Oz guy. So I'm back there pulling all these strings, making all this stuff work and flow. And I see, because of posts on each post, all the reactions, all the comments, all that stuff. And then I go back in and I can interact with everybody that's made a comment or done whatever they've done. There's a lot of guys that I would think are either following or have liked our page, both, one or the other. I don't know. But I did this experiment with our own team, Tim Siebens, Team 10-4 member, Tim Siebens. It said that he was invited to like the page and never did. But in fact, he has, and we did it in real time just to see what would happen. So obviously Facebook, you think they've got some issues. They might have a couple, but it was weird how that didn't show up. So if y'all just do me, that solid favor, and if you haven't liked us, like us. If you haven't followed us, follow us. And the good news is, if you do that, you'll get notifications of when I go live, when I do like yesterday's impromptu traveling southbound I-5, through Oregon to California, to let everybody know about the show today. You'll get notifications there that tell you, hey, tune in tomorrow. John's going to be back and we can have that live conversation and do that. Ned, good to have you on the show. I can't wait to see so many folks. It's going to be great to see you. Gary Jones, man. I love this guy. So Gary Jones, I got to bring this up now that I got this out of the way. So what the heck, man? Got Gary Jones selling to Jimmy Gansky and Greg Reagan selling to Gary Jones. You guys got your own little thing going on here, man. And it is just awesome. So love seeing that the guys are building these bitchin' rides are getting sold to each other, man. You guys that's a bromance or something. I don't know, but uh I think it's just freaking awesome. So yeah, there's Jimmy Gansky, and he bought wasted money and added it to the fleet. And I can't imagine not seeing that truck around for a even longer time. And then Greg Reagan, our another cover trucker of 10-4 magazine, uh, you know, um, that guy cracks me up. And Greg, you started something. I think it's all Greg's fault. He planted that seed. So we do the story on Greg's truck, and I swear it sold, I don't know, so quick after that. Sort of created a pattern. Just and listen, nobody's trying to get into 10-4, whether a feature or otherwise, just to sell a truck. But that just is how it happens. But Gary, I got to ask you, man, what's it like driving a truck from from this century? What what's that like, man? I mean, come on, what have you been doing? You've been in some old rides there, and nothing wrong with them. I just I know when I went from what I went from, which was an 84 Mac Superliner to a 2002 Peterbilt. Incidentally, I happen to have one. I have. Where's it at? Where's it at? Here we go. So, and this picture, Dan will love this picture because he took it. There it is. 2002, there's my truck. That was in Vegas many, many, many years ago. I think back in 04, 3, 5, I don't know, whatever, 5, 4, I think. And uh anyway, there was that ride. I lost my train of thought, man. That's unfortunate, but I did. That truck, incidentally, I'd still love to find out where that truck went, but it is, that was an '02. Oh, so it went from a Superliner to an '02 to that truck, to the one you're looking at there. I swear I felt like I gained 10 or 20 years in the seat, and my hearing kinda calmed down a little bit, although I have terrible tinnitus, whatever they call it, ringing in the ears. And, because that old, Mac had an 8V92 in it with the mufflers up on the side of the cab, and it just screamed bloody murder. It was the way it was. It was a great truck. I had a lot of fun. Never would I change a thing. A lot of guys ask me about these shields, and I did that. Let me blow that up a little bit. So I did that on purpose. So these shields, I did that with the idea and the design in mind of running flush with the sides of these Rogue truck bodies, and they did. So that was by design. A lot of people have asked me that over the years. That was all by design. Full tanker fenders on there, lights everywhere. I mean, there was over all close to 300 lights on that truck back, and this was back in again, 2003, a little ahead of its time, and recognized too by some of the truck shows and light manufacturers. I got a sponsorship from Maxima. Remember those guys? Uh, Back in the day, and back in those days, trust me, it ain't like now. We fought for what we got, and we worked hard for it. Not that you guys don't, but it seems like the manufacturers are out there a little more willing to do things, and even back then. So here's the thing: there really wasn't a lot of stuff out there. I mean, we were knocking out one-off stuff in our shops overnight. Come home from work during the day, work all night, and then go back out again the next day. We were making all of our stuff. So it was a different deal. And thank you, Gary. I appreciate that, man. That was yeah, nice quiet ride, I bet, in the new one. And yeah, it was my O2 was a real pleasure. That truck was just something else. So anyways, I love that the fact of Gary and everybody out there, you Greg, Jimmy, you guys, and there's others too. I know that have bought each other's trucks now. So uh yeah, Jeff, thanks, buddy, man. There's a fan right there. Jeff, I love you, man. Back before people were Instagram famous, no kidding, right? How do you as close as I got to any of that kind of stuff was when I picked that truck up in Vegas and I bought it. And here's you guys will love this. I mean, I paid $150,000 for that truck and trailer, brand new in '02. 150 truck and trailer, and picked it up in Vegas and at Peterbilt. Drove it from there all the way up to where I lived up in California in Manteca. Pulled into the truck stop. There was no radio in the truck at that time, nothing. I had nothing. So, I wasn't hearing any of the chatter. that truck became all the chatter on the road. Everybody seeing it go by, and that was when it was just stock. The way I spec'd it out and how it was built by Rogue and Peterbilt and everybody, and then of course all the fun stuff came later. But yeah, that was as close to any social media as there were back in the day. Was CB radios, man. You guys need to keep using those radios. You know what? They're the only things that won't go down in the worst of events and times, and communication wise. Gosh, I hope you guys stick to it. They're a great way to talk to your fellow guy out there on the road, who's ahead of you, behind you. Give them information, share what's going on, keep them awake at night. Whatever. There was many stories I could tell you about those crazy guys out on the road in the middle of nowhere. The ones that piss everybody off, and everybody wants to find them at a mile marker somewhere and beat the what out of them. And those guys did serve their purpose. They kept themselves and everybody else awake at night out there. Yeah, Gary Connex, right on, man. That's a good radio. In fact, I think I think that's what I had, was a Connex. So, guys, got some news, personal news. Obviously we got plenty of time, but I'm gonna throw it out there now. So, wearing my big strapper hat today, but going back in history a little bit, and I'm gonna take it back a little bit. So I showed you guys this picture here, and this was, like I said, back in Vegas, back in the day, and back when this shot's better though. I love that one. Um, and you guys see how that truck was built back then? That was pretty much out of the factory from Rogue Truck Body and Keith Hill and company up there in Kirby, Oregon, that built that truck for me. I saw my first Rogue truck at one of the pits in Stockton, California, and it just blew my mind. I ran over, talked to the guy who was driving. It was root beer brown, old school Rogue boxes. It had here's a great shot too. Dan, I hope you're seeing all this, buddy. Dan shot that with Eric as we were rolling out of the biggest truck convoy. It was the first one they did, and we were rolling out of the exit from Ripon onto 99, going north to Stockton to meet up. Anyways, I met this guy, and I got Keith Hill's phone number, and Jeff Yelton and myself at Cherokee Bob's. Man, what a great time that was. This is the shot I was trying to go for, though. And Dan also shot that one there, too, man. That was back when we used to have hot August nights up in Reno, and the trucks got to run in the show and convoy 2 nights. We did 2 nights of convoy over to the downtown and all through downtown for as long as we wanted, and that was good times, man. Those were great times. So I'm trying to find a specific picture here I want to show you that kind of goes back to back in the day, and here it is. There we go. So there's myself and Keith Hill, and Keith, forgive me for having you on camera, but I think your wife took that picture. He hates it when I take pictures of him, but there it is, and there's the truck. This was just back when I was trucking, man, doing my thing. I bought my first set of Rogue boxes and a brand new truck, and I was good to go. I was so impressed with the operation up there at Kirby, Oregon, with Keith Hill and the gang and everybody up there. I said, Keith, if there's ever a way that we can ever work together, man, I would love to have that opportunity to do that. There's something that you don't see very often. Look at that box on there, that light box. Cody Hill built that for me up there, and all the lights down the trailer rails. That box, unfortunately, when I was running up into Seattle, we used to go up in the high country up through K Falls up in Oregon, and it's during the certain time of year the deer cross up there, and it turns into a really bad situation. And there was so many carcasses, dead deer on the road. It literally it ruined the box. I had to take it off. We never did replace it, but sure was pretty when it was in good shape. Well, anyways, um, as it turns out, back in 2006, I got a phone call from Keith, and he said, "Hey, you know what, man? I've got something. I need you." And we discussed what that meant and what it was, and I became the sales and administrative operations manager, so to speak, at Rogue Truck Body back in 2006. And I moved up there, sold every truck I had and everything, and away I went. I'm going to condense the story. The recession came. I was basically out in the middle of '07, closer to '08. And Dan sees it and remembers it. Yes, you do, buddy. Absolutely, man. That was I still remember us going up and shooting that photo shoot for the cover of that truck. Recession hit, that was it. And literally it changed people's lives in so many different ways. And not only in the world of Rogue Truck Body, of course, everybody else in the world out there. I mean, there was a lot of people that truly got hurt by the recession and what it did. I was out of a job. I had to reinvent myself, and I did reinvent myself. And there's Keith and I again talking there in the background. Uh, Billy Joe, thanks, buddy. Y'all can see that. What the hell I'll put up there. Yeah, man, they did. And every Christmas, I'll tell you that's a funny story too. But every Christmas, I entered that truck in the local Christmas parade in Manteca, California, and every year it took first place. And that was our Christmas party for the company. I'd take everybody to Tahoe Joe's for dinner after that. And I ended up having 3 trucks in that parade at one point. But yeah, so uh, the recession hit, it shut everybody down. I reinvented myself. Keith and company whittled it down to, skeleton crew, and they made it. They came out the other side. Big companies, Westco, Reliance Trailer, Redwood Peterbilt, some of the oldest names in our industry that build and do what we do at Rogue Truck Body, they didn't make it. And I'm sorry for them and their families. I know the strains and stresses they must have went through when that happened to them, but it happened, and they were tough times. Yeah, thanks, Rick. I appreciate that. They were. Bubba, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for tuning in. And Hope Grace, this gal, I don't know if she knows or just digs trucks or truckers or what, but it's always great to have her on the show. She's a great supporter of 10-4 and the Studio 10-4 live show. Um, and myself, I had gone in and done what I needed to do and got into social media, digital media marketing, all this stuff. We're going back 15 years really. And here I am today doing what I do. And Rogue Truck Body, honestly, is one of 2 left standing in the industry that does what they do. That does what they do. Not what everybody else does, but what they do. And uh I just take my hat off to them, and in fact, check this out. You guys can see that or not. Rogue Truck Body, look at that. So this is one of the original hats from 15 years ago when I was at Rogue Truck Body, and I still have it, and I'm wearing it today, and I'm wearing it today because I'm going back. It's been confirmed, and Keith and I have been working on things for a few months to get it to happen. Um, but I'm going back. I'm not leaving 10-4, so let's get that out of the way. We're staying, and we're tighter than ever because what we do at 10-4 is such a unique thing and a special thing. I would never want to give it up. It's just it's part of me. It's in my heart, and I love the 10-4 family. All of you, as well as everybody involved at Team 10-4. So Eric and Dan and Shan and Gene and everybody took a shot on me back in 2017 to do what I'm doing and more as it has developed. Because when it started out, believe me, it wasn't like it is now. It certainly has changed and grown, and I hope it's worthy and entertaining to you guys and you enjoy it. But I'm going back to Rogue Truck Body. I will be a sales manager again. I'm literally going back to my same office in the same building, the same desk, new computers and screens and all that good stuff. But it's quite an amazing reset for a guy my age to be able to step in and have an opportunity such as this. I am out of California. So long, goodbye, California. You've been where I was born and raised, but that's the end of it. Yeah, it's done, and I will be out of California sometime around the end of September, and I will be there now. Guys know where I'm at. Ever want a set of transfer to dump? 10-wheeler, we're doing bottom dumps. I think we might even still end dumps. I don't know. Let's just put it out there. I would love to see, and we've got some boxes that are going out across country. So we've shipped to Hawaii. We've got people in Minnesota, Florida, Iowa, Ohio. There's some Rogue Truck Bodies out there. Love to see you, Nevada, New Mexico. I mean, all over. And it is certainly something that is another thing that's near and dear to my heart. Because I have to say, I got to tell you this, to be honest, and myself and everybody else, I swore after the recession and I went to work for a company, I would never work for another company again as just an employee. And that is certainly not the case here. I am not. I feel a partnership with the Hill family and with Rogue Truck Body, and you can call there and still get picked up by Keith or myself. Obviously, I'll be picking up the phone all the time, or at least you get transferred to me. And if you guys are looking to buy, get a hold of me. But if you're looking to say hi, get a hold of me. Hell, anytime, anywhere. You guys got my number. I love to hear from any of you guys from anytime, anywhere. But I will be up in Kirby, Oregon before long, and I'm gonna miss California. I'm gonna miss Folsom. I'm gonna miss my friends and family here. That my friends are my family, incidentally, and I will miss them here. There's going to be some upcoming parties here that people are throwing, and to get me the hell out of here, or just to say thanks. I think hopefully it's more to say thanks, really. But thank you for the opportunity to Rogue Truck Body and of course my 10-4 family. We're only going to grow the two people, brands, companies together more than before. Incidentally, Rogue Truck Body, that truck of mine was the first one on the cover of a 10-4 magazine that featured a Rogue Truck Body. So a little bit of history there. And Gary, 15, are you asking me the size of those boxes? Those are 14s on that truck, and we build 14s, 15s, 16s, whatever you want. I'll tell you guys all about those. Anybody wants info on that stuff, give me a call. I will hook you up as to what we build and how it's built and why it's so freaking cool. Because they are, I think, my opinion, not just because, they are the biggest, baddest, bitchinest truck bodies out there, man. There's just nothing like them. And that's not just because they're awesome to look at. They just freaking never wear out, man. They don't. So I'm not going to do a testimonial on those, but yeah, I-5 or I-5. Yeah. So I am going to be, incidentally, that is where I'm located is going to be Grants Pass, Oregon, right off of I-5. So yeah, I'm literally the shop is 30 minutes from Grants Pass downtown, and anybody can come out there. I mean, shoot, man, I've got some big ideas for some things that I'd like to have happen out there at some point. Whether we do that, we have a shop down in Riverside too, guys. So if you need repairs or anything down there, check them out. Certainly availability down there. But get a hold of me. Meantime, I am 10-4 magazine and studio 10-4 live show. So yeah, absolute, Gary. Don't hesitate, man. Again, you guys on the offline side, get a hold of me and I'll hook you up with whatever you need. We'll take care of you. Trucking for Kids, big focus, big focus. We've got some announcements to make there, and I'm gonna shut this one down and shut that one down and shut that one down, and that one's our website. So I'm gonna leave that up. Oh, incidentally, speaking of our Facebook stuff, guys, and I just found this today, and I know, you know what, listen, I'm not picking on anybody, but somebody put up a site, and, we get I'm just going to come out and say, look at the hoochie mamas coming in there trying to infiltrate the 10-4 magazine lounge all the time, as well as our Facebook feeds and the posts and things like that. Trust me when I tell you, I am there all the time. I am the eradicator. I go in there and I annihilate people all the time that don't belong. They're just there to fish and scam and and troll and do what they do. I don't want people bugging you guys like that, especially over in the lounge. And some gal got in somehow, and she, whether it be by just actually reading the questions and answering them, and she got in, I don't know. And somebody commented and said, hey, don't let these kind of people in. If one comes in, there's going to be more, and la 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 la. Anyway, you know what? I get it, man. I don't want them in there either. So for that one that you found, trust me, I've found 1,000, if not more. Okay. Probably a lot more. And I literally go through every day and if you haven't answered the questions, you're not in. If you're not following the rules, you're out. And I keep it a good place for us to hang out, do what we do at the lounge. And what is that? Be truckers, talk about trucks, show our trucks, things we're doing, trucks we got for sale, Gary Jones, and others as well. So don't mind it. And Gary's got some great pictures of the new ride, which, you know what, that dash is near and dear to my heart, brother, because it reminded me of mine. I had every freaking dash known to man, or every gauge known to mankind in that dash, and everything was all rockwood covered, and it was done right. Fact, in fact, um, yeah, this is some early. Here's a couple of early shots, just to of what used to go on. There's the early. So yeah, look at that. This is a laugher. Nokia phone cradle, right? I know I'm old. Check out the blue LEDs, Maxima LEDs, and that those cast a blue light over the dash at night. It was so bitching in that cab. I loved it. But everything was pretty much taken care of in there for what we had available at the time. I mean, really, that was it. Rockwood. These are all Rockwood. And the stainless bezels, you can order them, or you used to be able to order those from Peterbilt like that. So anyway, you guys get the idea. You know what I'm talking about. Uh, yeah, squirrel. I know. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. But that's the beauty of what I get to do. I can play around there and jump around and oh crap, I just closed something out I didn't want to, but that's all right. Anyway, um, I take care of the business we need to have taken care of over there for you guys so that you don't have to worry about it. Trust me, I do. It's a lot of work, but we do it on a regular basis, and I try to get it done. So bear with me. And hey, if you see something and it bothers you, report it. That's why the features are there for you guys to do that. You can report it, and I'll get notified, and then I'll yank it out of there and get rid of it. Want to talk about Truckin For Kids right now, though, and first I want to talk about our silent auction items. And the silent auction, I listen, guys. I mean, there's silent auctions and then there's silent auctions. We're going to have more of this stuff. I will feature it throughout our streams, but just to give you the list and who's doing what, we got this wood TFK truck and trailer from Jeff DeLacy. That's part of the auction. You've probably seen it in the group. He's posted some pictures of it. It is the TFK truck, which is, of course, the Godfather, the Magini Godfather truck, the old Boomer truck that they got from Boomer, which was our 10-4 cover magazine, 10-4 cover trucker on the magazine years ago, back in, again, Dan, I can't remember the year, God, I'm sorry, but too many squirrels going on in there. And then they've made it, of course, their own, and it is the beautiful truck that pulls our Kentucky trailer to all the shows now, well, to TFK and other shows out there too. So that is in the auction. Lifetime nut covers, the billet oil cap covers that I told you about. Those are in there. Lifetime nut cover again, billet fuel cap covers. A&L Truck Supply, stainless Hogue built quarter fenders with the universal brackets. Anything Hogue built, awesome. A&L, thank you, appreciate that. And Lifetime and Jeff as well. Roll On Customs, talk about billet, a set of 20 billet lug nuts for one axle, and that is done twice. So they're giving. So the deal is, if you want to get yourself covered, man, get them both. But set of 20. Yeah, well, you're gonna have to. You could cover both the drives or the steer and one drive. Figure it out. I don't know. Maybe you can figure something out with them. But it was on the cover in 2002. Thank you. Yeah, and any of the archives, if you guys are looking for any of that stuff, go to the archives. I'll hit the website on the way out and let you guys see that. Dynaflex Chrome Air Intake Kit. You guys have seen that featured on a couple of different posts that we've done lately. The Dynaflex Products Chrome Air Intake Kit. Valley Chrome plating, standard in the industry and, of course, in our area on the West Coast. One bumper of their choice up to 18 inches wide. A Wingmaster Turbo Wing, and mounting kit. Vanderswag Customs polished stainless steel mirror brackets for $379 or $389 Peterbilt, obviously. and those are beautiful. Listen, there's not anything that's not nice to look at in this group of auction items, but those Vanderswag custom mirror brackets, those that's a sweet thing to have. Those are almost, close to like one off. Billet lug nut covers. They taking food stamps? Yeah, Billy Joe, you better get to Holland, buddy. You need a load. Hey, but here's the cool thing. This is an auction. It's a silent auction. You bid on it, and if your bid happens to be the winning bid, you walk away with something. And it's honestly, look, guys, it's for charity. All this money is going to go to Truckin for Kids, which is going to donate it to the Shriners kids. One last thing I wanted to mention too was this framed original watercolor, and I've got this in here in our array of goods. I want to show you this. The other cool thing about this, I'm going to show you first the picture. This came from our buddy Trevor Hardwick, and I think this was. I'm going to go back. I want to take it back all the way here to where I found it. In fact, you guys can join in with me now. The first and last times. This is from April 1st, 2020. Incidentally, any contributing writer person in the magazine, if you ever want to see any of their stuff, just go down to the archived articles by category and look for whatever it is you're looking for, and hopefully you find it in there. And such as I did here today. So Trevor posted this, as I said back in the day there, and this picture here, cool picture, just as it sits right there. Just the trail looks like cab over death row, kind of just old tire truckers, man. I don't know. Trucks have personalities like the guys behind the wheel. So I'm sure if they could, each one would tell a story. But here you go. This is what we have that's going to be also auctioned off in the silent auction. What a great job this guy did. I mean, probably going to put a bid in on that myself, but it's a watercolor. It's matted. It is framed, and it is going to be available to be bid on at Truckin for Kids. So I want you guys to make sure that you get your bids in when you're there. I wish there was a way to do, and I'm saying this because I know the answer to it. I wish that there was a way to do phone bids, not this year, but maybe next year. Who knows? You never know what could happen. But yeah, it is going to be an awesome deal. And as I said, all those silent auction items, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, whatever of the stuff that's in there to be bid on. This is all high quality stuff, man. And you guys have a chance to get into the bid. It's not about seeing how cheap you can get it for. It's about seeing how much you can win it for and donate to the kids. That's really what it's all about. Yeah, Eric, definitely some kind of talent there. Hope, yeah, that's the first kind of truck I remember being in for the first time. Was a cab over, right on. Good. Probably me too. Honest Hope. That's myself included. I think that's right. First truck, a international 4070 cab over, 13 speed. With a Cummins Big Cam 400 or something in it, man. And that was back when you just got into trucks and drove them. And I did. I got into the truck very first time I ever been in one, fired it up and said, well, let's see. It's got wheels, brakes, clutch, shifter. Let's go. And that was it. Didn't have a lesson. Just got in and did it. Also at Truckin for Kids, the winner of our autographed guitar is going to be announced. And, there will be tickets being sold at the show for that still during the day of the show, and then it'll be winner announced. And yes, there was tickets. We've been selling tickets all year on this thing, so you guys get in there. I mean, anybody's got a chance as good as anybody else. So hopefully you'll be able to get in there and do that. 50/50 raffle is going to be going on. So 2 $100 gift cards from 4 state trucks as a consolation prize to draw after we draw for the 50/50 raffle. So great. And then, you know what, guys, you got to give confirmation. I mean, you got to give thanks to Dan and Tim and Shan and April and everybody. Excuse me, they've been working so hard behind the scenes to have this come together this year and get it done. It's going to be an awesome September 11th show down in Irwindale at the Irwindale Speedway. Message there from Dan. We've now confirmed super drag trucks are coming from Canada, Texas, Mexico, California, and more. Yeah, absolutely. I'll be posting up some stuff here this weekend, over the Labor Day weekend to share with you guys. I've got some video from our guy out of Canada, Mario. And I've been posting some stuff. If you guys aren't following us on TikTok yet, get on over there and follow us on TikTok. Yeah, I know I did it. It's there. Dan made me do it. Kevin Gilmaker, what's going on, buddy? So Kevin is one of our sponsor donators to the bonus bucket, Spectrum Polish. Oh no, wait a minute, that's not. I'm sorry, wrong Kevin, wrong Kevin. Whoop, Kevin, you got a free plug in there, buddy. Wrong Kevin, but anyway, thanks Kevin for being there, man. Um, yeah, you know what, Jeff? I hope so too, buddy. So that's true. We got the Botello custom trucks lane at the Speedway, and of course, Four State Trucks lane at the Speedway. So each lane has a designation of who's racing in it and who they're racing on. So, Kevin, sorry about that, buddy, man. Hey, yeah, you're welcome. But and Spectrum Polish, one of the many donators to the bonus bucket. And again, pre-register, you get your chance. That's how you get your bucket. In the bucket is all the great products. In fact, I have that available. I do. Right there. I'm going to bring it up here because I've got a folder. So much information um, with everything that's going on at Trucking for Kids. Incidentally, if you haven't gotten registered, it is the for a place to stay, uh, the hotel. It is the Marriott, Courtyard Marriott, and I'll share that with you guys here. That is in Monrovia. I posted the information over on Trucking for Kids. I think I did it on our on everything. So it's on the 10-4 magazine Facebook page. It's out there for everybody to see on everything. So make sure you check that out and get yourself a place to stay. Mention Trucking for Kids, of course. Get the special rate, correct, Dan? If I'm not mistaken on that. Let's go in here and I will bring up what I was trying to get. Yeah, so Spectrum Polishes. This is one of our guys over there that donated, who I was talking about, and I thought it was Kevin, different Kevin though. Man, there is so much stuff in here. Put that up there while I'm looking for the one thing I was trying to find. There it is. Bada bing. That's what I wanted to show you guys. There's just a quick shot of all the different stuff, most of the different stuff that's in there. So anybody pre-registered, they're going to get the bonus bucket. Hey, the rate, yeah, Dan just put that up. Hotel 129 a night. That's the TFK rate. That's a freaking deal, man. On a weekend, trust me, that's just a deal for any hotel these days. It's just so ridiculous. But I hope you guys get yourself set up and you're happy there. We will be there. That's where we're staying at. So we always kid ourselves, have a drink after the show at the bar there, which is never open. It's barely open, if that. And then we make them stay open a little bit longer than they would have otherwise. But be a little bit different this year. We'll see how that all goes. And Kevin, you were at TFK show back in 2002. Yeah, it was. I bet it was a blast, and glad you're hopefully going to be down there this year too. So, uh, Eric Gibbons, good question. Yeah, when are you allowed to pull the trucks into the event? So, for all intensive reasons and purposes, it's going to be Sunday morning. If there's anything that changes between now and when the weekend of the show comes, we will let everybody know. But as of right now, it is Sunday morning. That's when everybody can come in, park. The cool thing about pre-registering, whether you're coming in to show a truck, whether you're drag racing, whatever you're doing, get pre-registered. You'll have the information. If you print it, you'll have your sheet that you printed of your entry, your tickets that you did what you paid, or it'll be on your phone. Either way, you get scanned, pointed where to go, parked, and on your way to doing whatever you're going to do the rest of the day. If you're going to, do a quick detail and get that truck cleaned up a little bit for everybody to look at, then that's fine. Do that. If it's good enough and you get to park it and just go have fun, then that's good too. Drag races start at 11. We've got an opening ceremony. I've got the schedule on that here. I wasn't going to show that today, but I do have that schedule. Actually, you know what? It's probably. I think we're pretty close to it being what it is. But just to kind of let you guys know, I got a little PDF there of it, and you guys get the idea what's going on. Vendor setup 9 a.m. 3 p.m. Staging for invited trucks. This is kind of a Saturday thing. And Saturday is a limited access only, and it's very, very limited. Again, if anything changes and we're able to make any changes, we will make those changes noticed and available to you guys. But Saturday it's a very limited deal. It is vendor setup. They will be able to come in and set everything up. That is important. We have somewhere in the neighborhood of 24, 25 vendors that are going to be coming in. There's going to be a few of our trucks in there, and of course 10-4 is going to be in there, and Truckin For Kids getting everything set up that we need to get set up. Sunday is going to be the 6 a.m. gates and registration opens for the trucks. 6 to 1 parking and registration concludes at 1 p.m. 9 a.m. gates open to the public. So everybody, spectators are coming in at 9 a.m. Open ceremonies, we're going to have a flag presentation, and we're going to have 11 a.m. tech and staging lanes for drag racing get going. It just goes on. It goes on from there. There's something going on literally every single hour of the day during the race, during the weekend. So there's a lot happening. Dan, yeah, thanks, buddy. Bonus bucket will also include a cool insulated cup with the TFK shirt artwork printed on it. Incidentally, Truckin For Kids t-shirts are available, and they will be available for purchase. That's a new thing. So like last year there was, if there was any, there were very limited amount. But we're going to be good with TFK shirts this year. Get it, start collecting them, especially you SoCal people. You know how it is, like the In-N-Out burger shirts, man. Those are like a yearly celebration when the new shirt comes out. Well, we hope that turns into what we do here at Truckin For Kids. Especially, if there's any uniqueness to the show every year that changes, could be anything, so does the shirt. So we hope that you guys all get a shirt. Trophies are being donated by Mike Horan, who's affiliated with Dickerson Custom Trucks, who I'm sure all of you know of. You all know Mike. And Carl Karstens of Rockwood Products. So a collaboration between all of them together to make the trophies this year and get those all out here for the show. I'm sure they're going to be amazing, as are any of the trophies that Carl has made in the past, and things that Eric and Dustin Dickerson do are amazing. So looking forward to seeing all of that. All right, what else we got here in the hood for you guys today? Oh, and here's the if you hadn't seen it yet, and I'll bring this up. This is the custom wood carved truck. And I actually have another view of that as well, right there, side view. So pretty cool, right? I'd love to have that guy on my shelf with all my other model trucks that I have that I get to look at all the time. That's pretty nice, man. And that's part of the silent auction. So, yeah, here we go, man. Gary Jones, thank you, appreciate you, and thank you. Looking forward to seeing you, Gary. Now I'll know what you're driving. I'll know it's you. Hey, how do I get an old number 7 sticker, man? I haven't seen any access to that. So catch me on the side on that. I'd love to have one of those hanging somewhere up here on the wall. And of course, all that's going to be coming down and being moved to the new studio location. So we'll be doing some different stuff in the upcoming weeks in October. How that's all going to pan out yet, I don't know, but we'll get it figured out. So what else we got in here for you guys? Our vendor list, that's important. Shoot, man, I don't want to leave these guys out. So all the vendors that are coming, and we've got some, like I said, 24, 25 vendors confirmed. Renegade Products, ATHS, Barachos Apparel, In fact, let me turn my head over here to this so I can look like I'm talking to you guys and not somebody over in the back of the room. Uh, Stay Loaded Apparel, of course, the official apparel provider of 10-4 Magazine and Studio 10-4 Live and Truckin For Kids, Prickly Bee Designs, M&J Sales, old John Murray over there, 10-4 Magazine. Yes, 10-4 Magazine is a presenting sponsor. So, yeah, if anybody has any questions on how that works, our levels of sponsorship, they start out at the presenting sponsor, and they go down from there to whatever anybody is able to kind of afford and be able to get in on. Presenting being the highest value, and that's a $10,000 sponsorship. So thank you, 10-4 Magazine, Truck Club, El Trocaro, Trucks Wanted, Zephyr Polish, Dynaflex Products, Sick Rigs, Colby Kaliva, buddy, how you doing? Shriners going to have a table. They're going to be there, and and of course no charge to them. But hoping that we get to see some Shriner kids there at the show. That's going to be awesome. Ontario Trucking Show, National Retail Transportation, going to be there, and Fleet Pride, Patello Custom Trucks, of course, Jeff Patello and all the gang. Can't wait to see you guys. Roll On Customs, Electric Vehicle Choice. That is, if I'm not mistaken, better make sure I verify on that one, but I'm pretty sure I know who that is. Spectrum Polishing, of course, we talked about him. Shark Chrome Shop, Toys for Trucks, Valley Chrome Plating, Libro Insurance, or Libro. I'm going to say Libro. Fletcher's Diesel and United Diesel Service. All 25 confirmed vendors that are going to be at Truckin For Kids this year for you to help support, find out about. Maybe you've got some of their products already and you're looking to expand. Gary, thank you. If you're looking for expanding your product line, whatever it is that you've got on your truck that somebody's vendors might be in place there at Trucker for Kids, stop by and get more. If you're looking to find out, get involved with any of them, they're all going to be there. So glad to have everybody on board. Thank you to all of our vendors. Thank you to all the silent auction donations that have been brought in. It's what it's all about, man. It's all about generating a large as possible windfall for Shriners and doing it in the name of Truckin For Kids. 41st annual Truck Drags and Show and Shine to be held September 11th this year in Irwindale. So appreciate all you guys for tuning in. I think I pretty much knocked it out of the park here with everything that we got. One more look over here at the list of all of our sponsors. There's all their logos. So if you guys look like you want something a little more easier to figure out, there it is. And that will be in the program. The programs are out. Also, speaking of things that are out, I have one right here. Have you got your copy yet? There's mine. That is, of course, the September 2022 edition of 10-4 Magazine. And if you guys want to be part of the cool kids and have yours at the same time that I have mine, subscribe. That's the way to do it. I'm going to take you guys over there right now. And we're going to do a little website run through real quick. Back on the website here. Got to take it back because we're in the archives right now. And again, one more time for the archives, all you guys got to do on any page in the website is scroll down to archived articles by category. If you're looking for cover stories and specific editions, there they all are, back to 11. If you want to go back further than that, there you go. And if you want to do the digital edition, which is really cool, there it is. And you click here to view it, and you'll get the digital edition of 10-4 Magazine. Love it because it's just fun. It's fun to use. It's fun to go through. Upcoming events, what's left for the year that we know of, starting with this weekend and the No Coast show. And by the way, guys, the stuff I saw from Brooks last week, wow, some pretty freaking amazing shots. Drone footage is becoming the way to go. I mean, what a concept. But some great stuff. No Coast, and here is it is basically starting with No Coast. There it is. There's a snapshot of what's coming up this weekend till the end of the year. We'll be closing it out with Bobtail Apparel's first annual truck show October 21st, 2nd, and 3rd in the Dixon Fairgrounds in Dixon, California, which incidentally right now is only about 45 minutes from me, something like that. And I agreed to be a judge at the show. I will still honor my agreement and judge. I just will be driving from a different location to get there. So I will definitely be coming down from my home, new home in Oregon, and coming down to be at the show, which is fine. I'm okay with all that, and can't wait to be there. But there it is. That's what we've got left. And incidentally, you guys too, the other thing that you can do that I recommend is, and it's simple. If you go to our Facebook page, click on more, go to events, boom, boom. There's everything that is provided by each of the shows that has built a Facebook upcoming event on their calendar for their show. If it's there, I have it. If it's not there, it's because they didn't build it or they got it out and didn't let me know about it and I haven't found it. But I literally go down our list and search stuff out to make sure I've got it in there. I have to check and see what happened, why we don't have the Bobtail show in there. I thought they had an event created, but I will find out for sure and get it in there. But the nice thing about these are that they have the latest updates because they're provided by the people who are putting on the show. Anytime they make a change, that information gets changed on the original post that they put up, and it gets changed here. So you got all your information. Let 10-4 be the spot that you look for truck shows to go to and check out and be at. They're always there for us and for you to check out. So at this point, guys, I'm pretty much in a wrap mode, unless Dan's got anything else in there he wants to throw out there at you guys before we let you all go. What's everybody doing this weekend? What's going on? What's going on in your neck of the woods? I'm gonna switch back over to my big strapper hat. Get to wear multiple hats today. I'm gonna do an open house here on Saturday, I think, for some folks, maybe. Yeah, thanks, Dan. There you go, buddy. That's for all y'all. Hugs and kisses. There it is. Love it. Yeah, 100 degrees plus for the next 10 days is what's happening around here. So that has some weight in me factoring in what I'm going to do. But Pete Henderson stock car racing. How did I know, buddy? Yeah, across the pond, no less. So you got to give us some video of that sometime, man. I'd love to share it with everybody on the show. Just drop it to me somewhere in an email or somehow if it's a big file, something short and sweet. But yeah, I'd love to share that with folks and give people a view at what you do every weekend, you and your family racing out there. And that goes for any of you guys. Listen, man, this is all I love sharing your guys' stuff, and it's not just about me taking 60 minutes and trying to figure out what to tell you, what to share and talk to you about. But that is part of the show. But I definitely would like to be able to share what you guys are doing with everybody. And of course, go to Studio 10-4. Go to the 10-4 Magazine Lounge and share there. Post up your videos, post up your pictures, share your stuff out on the road. Love to have it. Love to see you out there. Dan wants to know if you can share some cat pictures. Dan, it's your magazine, buddy. Whatever you want to do, right? Have at it, man. Share the cat pictures, share the pup pictures. It was National Dog Day, last week or something. So, Billy Joe moving a 14 wide load to Mississippi from Texas. Yeah, man, doing the heavy haul. Gary, saw you posted something out there in Baltimore, headed to Talladega fiberglass. Oh yeah, you got it. Yeah, man. So you got another rolling project going on there, brother. And yeah, and you got to get it all ready for Truckin For Kids. So John Jakes in the house. What is up with the Jakes family, Mr. and Mrs. Jakes, contributors to 10-4 magazine and stuff. So good to have you guys in there as well. Just everybody be safe out this weekend. If you're going to be partying and playing and having fun, I know you're not going to be driving, so I don't have to tell you that. You guys are all smarter enough to know not to do that. And certainly be safe doing whatever you're doing. Headed to SAC. John, call me, buddy. Call me. You'll be in town. Maybe I'll hook up with you and we'll get you out of the truck for a few if you got that kind of time, and you can hang out. And that goes for the rest of you guys. Everybody passing through Sacramento till I'm out of here, man. If I'm available and we can connect, love to do it. If you're going to be up in the Pacific Northwest, in the near future, we'll see what happens there. You never know. Tarasco truck driver, looking to see you later. Right on. Good to have you on there, Dave Ramirez. Pleasure. Good to see you. Yeah, man. Well, Mark, I'm assuming Mark's going to be at the show. He's there every year and usually wins. So the Drags, I hope he does show up. Him and his daughter, man. What a great team. They do a great job showing. So listen, guys, if you're not pre-registered for Truckin For Kids, get pre-registered. Again, real simple to do over on the website up at the top. All you have to see is that TFK Truck Show tab. Click on it. Here comes all your choices, which are real simple. Pre-register your truck here. Again, Monday, the 5th, this Monday, right there, pre-registration ends. So get it done this weekend, man. Let's overload the network. Get your truck registered. It's so simple. When you click that pre-registration button, you pick what you're going to be doing. Are you a drag racer? Are you a spectator? Combo truck and trailer, bobtail show entry, support vehicle, RV entry, there it all is. There's everything you need to know, how many you need. Once you click that and continue, away you go, and you can buy your tickets and get pre-registered. But our show truck guys and our drag racers, we really, really need you guys to be the ones pre-registered. Countdown's on. I mean, literally. In fact, did I buzz right by it, or did they turn it off? There it is. Ha! 6 days, 5 hours, 56 minutes, 35 seconds, and that's what you got left. So that's for pre-reg and getting that best deal, best price, and it's a big deal too. I mean, honestly, if I remember right, uh, pre-sale, it's a $40 difference, and there's a reason for that, man. This is simple. If you pre-register, you hold up your phone or your printed ticket, whatever you got, boom, you're in. Billy Joe, bring it out. Whatever you got, man. Bring it on out, man. We're all about fun at this show. And next year we're going 2 days. We're gonna be having some fun next year too. It's gonna put us back into that sweet spot that we like so much, so we can have a fun time on Saturday and barbecue and fundraise everybody for dinner. Have that dinner that 10-4 puts on, all the fun stuff that we like to do, that we can't do in a 1-day deal. We're going to do it in a 2-day deal. It'll be next year, but this year we're going to cram as much into that time as we have possible to do. With all your help, we can't wait to see it happen. Truckin For Kids is going to be nothing but fun and a good time. So thank you all for tuning in. Love you all. Appreciate you much. All my regulars, guys, thank you so much for all the support. Gary, keep on trucking, buddy. Get that truck ready. Can't wait to see you, talk to you. Want to talk to you on the side too, my friend. Always love to hear your voice. So if you're out there and you got a moment, we'll chat. Anybody else, I never hide, so my phone is always on. Take care, you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Keep the shiny side up out there. Get pre-registered for Truckin For Kids, and we will see you there. And incidentally, we'll see you next week too. All right, guys, take care. Thanks everybody on Instagram who tuned in. Appreciate you for doing that. Hope that was valuable and fun for you. It was fun for us to do it over here. Take care. Bye-bye.